What is going on, EmPower Pack? Here, Train with EmPower. You have Talon.
And Emily.
We are here to take you through our second workout. Welcome, we're happy to have you. Please like and subscribe. Click the button below. Join our family. We're going to be coming out with weekly workouts for all of you. Stay tuned and stay accountable. Let's get after it.
So today we have a strength workout for you. All you're going to need is a pair of dumbbells, a couple pairs of dumbbells, whether you have light, whether you have heavy. We're going to get a good workout going. We'll just tell you kind of how to modify the exercises depending on if you have a light or heavy pair of dumbbells. We have 10 exercises to get through. We're going to do 3 sets of each exercise, 40 seconds of work, and then we'll take a 15-second break in between each set. After we finish the 3 sets, we're going to get 25 seconds and we will show you what the next exercise is that's coming up for you, and we'll all get into that next exercise. All right, it's going to be a good one. Talon's going to take us into our warm-up.
You know the drill. We're going to start every workout with a dynamic warm-up. Let's start, because it is strength day, we want to mimic the movement pattern. So let's start with some arm circles. We're going to go 10 forward and then 10 back. Stay nice and tall, nice and loose. Try to keep those arms light. Open up those shoulders. After those 10, we're going to go right into a bent over Y T-raise. We're hinging at the hip. Thumbs are up here. We're lifting those arms and we're squeezing the shoulder blades and maintaining that engaged core the entire time. Again, we're going 10 and 10 here, so a total of 20. This is the time to get your breath going as well. Last couple. 2, 1, and good. Now we're going to go right into a wide static side lunge, shifting that weight. Step those feet out, shifting that weight into the heel and the hip. Feeling that inner thigh lengthen. Nice and slow, pulling the shoulders back.
Oh yeah.
Again, 10 and 10 here. I have 5 more. 2. Last one. All right, take it to the back of your mat. We're going to inchworm it down into a tabletop position. We're going to go into some T-spine rotation. Always important to mobilize the spine. Tabletop position, knees under the hips, wrists under the shoulders. And we're going to open up that elbow to the sky, going 5 reps each side. Keeping the hips stable. Trying to rotate just with that mid-spine. Last one. And switch. Exhale as you take your elbow up to the ceiling or the sky if you're outside. Oh yeah, I'm already feeling that pop in the back. Last one here. All right, tabletop position. Lift the knees a couple inches. We're gonna go right into the static bear crawl hold, just to get the core activated. Hug the belly button into the spine. Drop your shoulder blades down, long neck here. And breathe, a couple more seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, take your right leg, step it up to your right hand, and press into the back foot while applying pressure into the front leg. Then we're going to switch here, alternating back and forth for a total of 10.
Oh my goodness.
Feel that stretch, feel those muscles lengthen. 5 more. Last 2. And we're going to hop it up, bring it up to the feet. We're going to finish off with some body weight air squats. Set those feet, bring it down. We're going for 10 reps here. Into the hips, into the heels, driving the knees out. Right over the hip and the ankle. Shoulders back, chest up. I'm getting that glute activation.
Woo.
3 more. All right, get that mindset right. We're getting ready to get after it here. 2, 1, and good. Shake out those limbs.
Woo.
let's get ready to wiggle and work.
So let's get it started. So first exercise, we're gonna get down onto our backs on our mat. We're gonna get into a dumbbell glute bridge. So we're gonna get one dumbbell up onto the hips. You're gonna notice he's in this nice position. Hips are tucked under, low back is gonna be tight to the ground. Then we're gonna lift through the heels, squeezing the glutes. So again, just as a reminder, we're doing 3 sets of each exercise today, 40 seconds of work and 15 seconds of rest. We're gonna get started with that first set in 10 seconds here. So everybody's down on the ground, heels driving in. We're gonna go in 3, 2, and 1. Driving through the heels, let's lift, squeeze for a 2, 1 count, and then drop those hips back down. We always wanna make sure that we're keeping the low back out of the equation here. So as we lift up, we just tuck that tailbone under, squeeze at those glutes as hard as you can, and then drop it back down. Check in that you're not driving through the toes here. You're driving through those heels. Ankles are right under the knees. Bellies are pulled down, holding at that top for a second. 10 seconds here, and then we're gonna get our first rest. Inhale as you drop. Exhale, lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Rest, but stay down on the ground.
Stay down, feel those muscles burning, those glutes in particular. We're gonna move into set 2 in 5 seconds. Weight on the hips in 2, 1. We are moving. Emily's giving me that awesome side angle here so you can see as she goes into that hip extension, squeezing the glutes, she's maintaining a neutral spine the entire time, not overextending to where the low back takes over. Her hips, her ankles are doing a great job of staying right under her knees as she presses through the heel, not the toe, lifting the glutes. Making sure the knees are driving out or tracking the ankle and the hip, not caving inward whatsoever. We have 5 seconds left, couple more reps. 2, 1, 1 to go.
Okay, last one here. Especially those of you maybe using a little bit of a lighter dumbbell, try and pause at the top for a second longer. In 3, 2, and 1. Let's get it going. Up, hold for 2, 1, and then drop it down nice and slow, tucking that tailbone under the whole entire time. Don't lose that tuck, because then that low back is going to want to take over, and we don't want that to happen. Let's go 25 seconds here again. Inhale as those hips go down. Exhale as you go up, and the glutes are burning. Woo, 17 seconds to go. Holding at the top. Remember that dumbbell's right in that hip crease here. We've got 10 seconds, and then everybody's going to bring it up to standing. We're going to get ready to take it into our sumo squat bicep curl. We're going to show you what that looks like in 2 and 1.
All right, we're bringing it up to standing. Next up, we have our sumo squat to bicep curl. Grab both of those dumbbells this time around. Set those feet about twice the width of your hips, just outside the shoulders. Slightly point those toes outward. Sink into that squat, driving the knees out. As we press through the heels to the top, squeezing the glutes, we get that curl. Shoulders back. Get that squeeze at the top. We're going in 10 seconds. Let's get ready to work. Again, use that momentum from the squat if you need it to help get those dumbbells up, especially if they're heavy. In 2, 1, squat, curl. Try not to let that chest fall too far down. Shifting that weight back into the hips. Exhale up, squeeze the glutes, and curl the weight.
Woo.
Remember, we have 40 seconds of work here every set today. Sometimes it can feel like a long time, especially on the exercise. 15 to go. You're gonna feel those inner thighs working because we're pressing those knees outward. Almost there. 5 to go. And last rep. 2, 1.
Oh,
Nice.
feel the glute bridges. Okay, 10 seconds. When you come to the top of your sumo squat today, or your regular squats, whatever kind of squat we're doing, tuck the tailbone, squeeze the glutes. In 3, 2, and 1. Shoulders are pulled down and back. Talon's going to show you that side view here. Toes are slightly turned out. His knees are constantly pressing out over his toes. When the knees cave in, you're not going to really feel the inner thighs, the glutes working, so keep pressing those knees out over the toes. Inhale as you drop it in. Exhale, elbows stay tight to the body. So try not to swing the weights up. You want to keep those elbows super glued to the side body as you come up and get that curl. If you are using lighter weights today, try and pick up your tempo a little bit. You're gonna try and get more reps in your 40 seconds. Vice versa, if you're having heavy weights with you today, you're gonna get less reps in 2 and 1.
I'm feeling the work in my buns and in my buys. Exactly where I want to be feeling that, okay? So check in with your body. Make sure you're feeling it too. Set number 3 and 2, 1. Set those feet. If you notice that your feet are starting to cave in as you're squatting, maybe bring them in just a little bit. It can really depend on your hip mobility as well. Also, if you're starting with heavier weights and you have multiple pairs, feel free to drop to a lighter set of dumbbells. These curls especially can get heavy fast. All right, team. We're almost there, 10 more seconds. And we're gonna bring it down into a push-up renegade row in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, weights go down to your mat. Step it back into a high plank position. So we're gonna hit 1 push-up, either on the knees or the high plank. And then from there, you're gonna row those dumbbells right to left. So we're gonna go push-up, row, row, 8 seconds here. Here we go in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So Talon's in that nice high plank, walking his feet outside the mat. That gives you a little bit more stability. You're gonna hit 1 push-up, either knees or high plank. Then if you are on the knees, try and lift them back up before you come into that row position. Again, when you row, elbows are tight, tight, tight to the body. Feeling that shoulder blade plug into the back. Trying to keep those hips from rocking back and forth. Imagining we're kind of balancing a glass of water on the low back. With your push-up, using the chest, feeling the triceps work. 10 seconds here. Keep your breathing nice and strong for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Oh, yeah.
All right, here with the EmPower Pack, we train for the entire duration of time. So when you hear that final buzzer, that beat, then we set those weights down. All right, set number 2. 2, 1, begin. 40 seconds. Emily's showing you that option from the knees for that row, or for the push-up and the row as an option as well. So if you get both knees in contact with the ground, pulling that elbow back behind the body, squeezing the shoulder blade, but keeping your core and your glutes working, even from the knees. She's doing a great job of maintaining that neutral spine, not letting your hips rock or fall below the shoulder blades.
Squeeze your butt.
Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Almost there, 5 seconds. Last couple reps.
And rest.
Woo!
Okay, 15 seconds. Last one coming up here. Again, if you find your hips are really rocking back and forth, walk your feet wider so outside your mat gives you more support. In 3, 2, 1.
Here we go.
Back to work. Into those renegade row push-ups. Great full body movement. Keep squeezing the glutes, tucking the tailbone, feeling that belly really pull up. Especially when you're doing push-ups. On the way back up from the push-up, you're gonna find that maybe that low back, you're starting to feel this little dip in the low back. We try and avoid that as much as we can by tucking the tailbone, squeeze the cheeks, pull that belly up. It's almost like you're holding a plank all the way down in that push-up, all the way to the top of that push-up. 10 more seconds here, and then we're gonna bring it up to standing into our overhead tricep extension in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up.
Woo! All right, I am dripping sweat. I hope you are too. We have 15 seconds, a little bit more time. Grab some water if you need it, catch your breath. Right into a dumbbell overhead tricep extension. We have 5 seconds. If you have a light dumbbell, grab 2 and do the same thing. In 3, 2, 1. Emily's showing that option with 2 weights. Okay, they're touching together here. Elbows are nice and tight to the side. Biceps are by the ears.
Woo.
Stay tall, squeeze your glutes. Keep your rib cage tucked under. Try to pull your upper traps down, isolating the arms and the triceps. Okay, if those two light dumbbells are getting heavy, drop to the single. Option to go staggered stance. One foot slightly in front of the other. Last rep, 3, 2, 1. I bet y'all are wondering what dumbbell size I'm using. Well, it's a 25.
All right, here we go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Weights right back up. Okay, just a reminder, when weights are overhead, so if you're in a shoulder press, you're in a tricep extension, when you have a weight going over the top of your head, you have to keep your glutes squeezed, your belly nice and tight. Otherwise, if you're not doing that, you're gonna get this big arch in the low back, puts a lot of pressure back there. We don't want that. So keep tucking the hips forward, squeezing the glutes, keeping that core tight. Elbows are pointing forward, biceps are by the ears here. All you have to do is drop it to that 90-degree angle behind your head, and then you're gonna extend right back up. I already know that 25 is feeling really good right about now.
Yeah.
In 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Oh my gosh.
One more.
They are burning, absolutely burning. That's a good thing. We always want to challenge ourselves here every single day. Set number 3. Big deep breath. In 3, 2, 1. Nice and tall, but she's standing actively tall. Don't just stand tall and go into the tricep extension. First, initiate the glute and core activation. And then we can go right into that overhead tricep extension.
Woo.
Elbows are nice and tight. If they start to flare outward, maybe drop to a lighter dumbbell if you have one. We have 15 seconds left. All right, from here, we're gonna be taking it into a dumbbell push press, or if we have those lighter weights, a dumbbell push jack. Let's get ready for that in 3, 2, 1.
Oh my goodness.
Whew.
Okay, so I'm gonna show you what the jack press looks like if you have light weights. Talon's gonna show you what the push press looks like if you have heavy weights. So if you have light weights, we're gonna try and turn it into a little jumping jack. So this is gonna be your 3, 4, 5-pound dumbbells. If you have heavy dumbbells, rack them up onto the shoulders. We dip, we press. Dip, press in 3, 2, and 1. So dumbbells on the shoulder, dip the knees just a little bit, not a full squat. Explode up through those glutes and press those dumbbells up overhead here. Again, if you have those 2, 3, 4, 5, even 6-pound dumbbells, and you want to make it a little bit of a jump, you're going to press the dumbbells up as you hop out. It's going to get the heart rate up. It's a great way to make the exercise a little bit harder if you are going a little bit lighter today. Inhale as you dip, exhale, press. Again, just like that overhead extension, when we have weights overhead, those glutes are squeezed all the way to the top for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh yeah.
Set them down, shake those arms out. I know my shoulders are already feeling the burn from that move. That's what happens when you have weights racked up at the shoulders. Second set, 5 seconds. Let's get ready. In 2, 1. Set your feet under the hips if you're doing that push press. Dumbbells racked up at the shoulders. Elbows are lifted. Core is always engaged. And then you dip and drive. We're not going into a full squat. That's more work than you need to do. Dip, soft bend in the knees, and then fully extend those hips up, tucking the tailbone under to assist those weights up overhead. We have 10 seconds left. Exhale, up, inhale, down. 5. Let's go. And 2, 1.
Oh no, one more. Okay, last one here. Oh man, shoulders are burning. Okay, last one. Those of you doing those jump presses, I applaud you. Those are tough. In 2, and 1. Big deep breath. Inhale, drop. Exhale, explode through the glutes, press those dumbbells up overhead. When you press, constantly making sure that those upper traps are not hiking up towards the ears. We're pulling those shoulder blades down into their back pockets the whole time. Okay, you got it. I know those shoulders are burning. I'm cheating right now by talking. 15 seconds. Again, staggered stance provides a little bit more support here for the core if you're finding it really hard to not arch the low back at the top. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, stay standing.
Okay, goblet squat. Keep it up, pack. We got this. We're exactly at that halfway point. We're gonna be going into a pulsing squat. Taking that dumbbell up at the chest, staying low, 3 to 5 pulses, and then back up to the top.
Okay.
And 3, 2, 1. Shoulders back, feet are set. See if we can get 3 to 5 pulses, 1 to 2 inches. Press through the heels, activating the hamstrings and the glutes as we get that squeeze at the top. Head is up, eyes are forward. Halfway. Woo. Check in with the knees, check in with your core. A lot of checkpoints while we're training. 10 seconds left.
Everything's working.
Oh yes. 5 seconds. Last couple pulses. Stay down here. Stay down. 2, 1. Woo.
So if you're someone with lighter dumbbells here and you want to use both, you can do the same thing. Just hold both of those dumbbells right here up at the chest. Here we go. 4, 3, and 2, and 1. All right. I'm going to coach you guys through this one. Everybody down. Pulse, pulse, stay pulsing, stay pulsing, stay pulsing, and then we go up, squeeze. Good. Down. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Stay down there, stay down there. You got it, Talon. Up and squeeze. Tuck the tailbone at the top, get that squeeze. We're right back down. Perfect. 3, 2, up, squeeze, and then right back down. Pulse. For 4, 3, 2, then up, squeeze, right back down. 10 seconds. Who thinks we can stay down here all 10 seconds? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest.
Oh.
All right, you can get me back now.
Oh, I'm coming. Oh, quads, glutes, core, it's all burning, it's all working. 5 seconds, proof I'm working out. In 2, 1, we're squatting. Pulse it low. If we can only get the first 20 seconds with that weight, awesome. If we need to drop the load and finish out with body weight, up. And back down, pulse it out. That's okay. If you need to drop the weight, body weight, and up. Squeeze. Halfway.
Oh my goodness.
We got this. 12 seconds left. We're gonna be bringing it down to our mat, going into a static leg raise hold with a dumbbell chest press. 5 seconds left.
Woo.
We got this. Pulse it. Stay. 2, 1.
All right. Down onto your mat. We are going to hold our legs up in this nice straight leg position like you're doing leg raise, or bend the knees if you need a little bit more support on the low back. From there, dumbbells are in the hands. We're going to take you into a chest press while we're holding those legs in the sky. So everybody up, get those legs nice and in the air. Cores are on in 3, 2, and 1. From there, pressing those dumbbells up, squeezing the chest in that chest press. Drop the elbows back down to the ground. Talon is showing you a very, very advanced option here. His heels are so close to the ground. When we start to fatigue, either lift your feet higher into the air or start to bend the knees, kind of take it into this 90-degree hold. We still want the core on, but we always want that low back tight to the mat. So if at any point you start to feel the low back kind of lift off the mat, that is your cue that you should kind of bring those legs up, start bending the knees. Inhale as you drop, exhale as you press. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. My turn.
Set number 2. I forgot to bring a sweat towel nearby, so you will see me soaked by the end of this workout. In 3, 2, 1, we are back at it. 40 seconds. She's showing you that option here to bring the knees closer to the body. Keep your feet flexed up. Drive your core down into your mat. And that ensures that you're activating those abdominals. And then taking the elbows all the way down, pulling the shoulders back, leading with the chest, and getting that squeeze. Don't just press those weights up. Think about those muscle groups. Exhale up, inhale back. We have 10 seconds left. A couple more reps. 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
That's it.
oh my goodness. Okay, last one all together here, 10 seconds. Again, make sure that low back is a priority here. We want that core engaged as much as everything else. Here we go, 4, 3, and 2, 1. Get those legs up. You can peel the shoulder blades off the ground if you want a little bit more core activation. Start to bend those knees or lift the legs a little bit higher here if you start to fatigue. Elbows are dropping down, 45-degree angle. Nice 90-degree in the elbow there. And then as you hit the ground, that's how you know you're finished with your rep, and then explode right back up. Try not to rest with the elbows on the ground for too long. We want those elbows to hit right back up. They hit right back up. I'm kind of repping those dumbbells out, of course, unless you're going super heavy right now. 7 seconds here, and then get ready to bring it up to standing, holding onto both dumbbells in 3, 2, and 1. Whew.
Okay, as she said, we're on our feet, both weights in hand. We're going into a hinge to wide row. Hinge at the hip, shoulders back, soft bend in the knees. And then we get that wide row, elbows out wide, pulling those doubles outside the rib cage and keeping that core engaged. In 2, 1, set those feet. Almost like you're deadlifting. First thing you want to do is make sure those shoulders aren't rolling in. Pull them down and back. Then we get that wide row. Targeting the upper back, the outer lats. If you want, option to get a couple rows at the bottom. Stand tall, squeeze the glutes. Or if those dumbbells are getting heavy, take one. Get that hinge to row. 6 seconds. Last rep in 2, 1.
Oh, my butt's burning.
I'm dripping. This is crazy. I love it.
All right, 8 seconds here. You can give those hands a little rest, and then get ready in 3, 2, 1. Right back into it. Okay, shoulders are pulled down and back, always. We never want a rounded spine when we come into a hinge. And then when you come to standing, if you want that glute activation, which I know we all want, we're gonna come up from that hinge, pulling through the glutes. So push up through the glutes, tuck the tailbone at the top, squeezing at those cheeks. Make sure we aren't pinching in the low back at the top. We tuck that tailbone under, hip bones go under, squeeze the glutes to finish out that hinge. 10 seconds here as you row, elbows are wide, pulling those shoulders away from the ears for 4, 3, 2, and 1. My goodness.
Set number 3. This is another full body complex movement. We're getting that hip hinge also into that wide row, combining the 2 moves. Last set. 3, 2, 1. Set those feet. Some people like a little bit more of a narrow stance. That's fine. Whatever feels more comfortable for you. You can go shoulder width, hinge, hips back, neutral spine, core is activated. Then we get the row. The lower we get, if we get that chest towards the floor, that is more core demand. If we can't quite get into that hinge with that neutral spine, don't go quite as low. 15 seconds left. We're gonna bring it right back down to our mat. We have dumbbell sit-ups coming right up. 2 more reps, 5 seconds. And 2, 1.
Okay, 1 dumbbell into those hands, down onto your mat. Exactly how it sounds. 1 dumbbell right here, each hand gripping one end of it, laying down. From here, we're gonna come all the way up. Dumbbell comes over the head, and then we're gonna lower down nice and slow, 1 vertebrae at a time. Full sit-ups here in 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way up, right over those heads. You'll see Talon over there doing the much harder option. Both dumbbells in the hands, pressing both dumbbells over the head. As you go back down from that sit-up, I want you to think 1 vertebrae at a time. So we're going low back, then mid back, then upper back, all the way down. Try your best not to swing yourself up into that sit-up. We want to come up again nice and slow. So upper back, mid back, low back. 10 seconds. If at any point you need to drop that dumbbell and go down to body weight sit-ups, you can, but as long as you are completely burnt out. 2 and 1.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I recommend that option. That is tough. But we do it because it's hard. That's the fun part. We grind, we learn to love it. 2, 1, next set. Another option here, full sit-ups can get extremely difficult when you're trying to control the movement from the abs. So you can go body weight overhead, sit up, nice and slow, feeling those vertebrae touch the mat one at a time. Try to take momentum out of the equation if you're just using your body weight. All abs, all core. 10 seconds. Exhale up. Inhale back. Always focusing on that breath. Last rep. In 2, 1.
Okay, one more. I'm down to those body weights. My shoulder's about to fall off my body. All right, 7 seconds. Last one here. Trying to control the up and down as best as we can. In 2, 1. So again, on the way down, I want you to find that low back first, then the mid back, then the upper back. So try not to just slap the entire back down to the ground at once. We've got 30 seconds here. Inhale as you go back, and then we exhale at the top of that rep. Last 20 seconds here, and then we're gonna get ready to bring it up for our final exercise. We have our lateral lunge to hammer curl. Woohoo! 12 seconds. Last couple reps here. Hopefully those cores are all on fire by now. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I think Talon's still alive.
I can go all day. Okay, exercise number 10 of 10. This is it, 3 more sets. Lateral lunge, stepping into it, 1 dumbbell inside the leg, 1 dumbbell out. And then we're getting that hammer curl, palms facing in, thumbs up the entire time. In 3, 2, 1. As she steps directly laterally, she's keeping her toes pointed forward the entire time, as will I. 1 dumbbell out, 1 in, knee tracking the midfoot, weight is into the hip, explode to the top, and get that hammer curl. Halfway. Step in, shoulders back, drive. Same thing here. We can go single dumbbell if we need to, or if we have only 1 heavy one, you can step in, single arm curl. In 2, 1, and rest.
Oh, 2 more sets. Woohoo! Okay, when you're doing these lateral lunges, keep reminding yourself you're sinking back into that hip like there's a chair behind you and you're trying to push your hip back. In 2, 1, and go. So alternating out here, again, frame the knee with those dumbbells as you step back. Move my dumbbells so Talon doesn't trip on camera. Hit the curl at the top, elbows are locked in, just like the curls earlier in the workout. Elbows are super glued to the side body, especially hammer curls. Tend to be one of those movements, so we really want to use momentum. We try and swing the weights up. We're trying not to do that here. Try and keep those elbows locked in. As you sink into that lateral lunge, push that hip all the way back. Feel that glute stretch out, and then squeeze that same glute to press yourself up to standing. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect.
Set them down if you need to, shake them out. Grip strength can go, arms can get heavy, but it's okay because this is our final set. 40 more seconds in 3, 2, 1. Step in. I feel like I have to do this one because it's the last. We step in, hip, heel, drive through that working leg, curl at the top.
Twirl.
This is what you'll get to know about me is, as the workout progresses, my words will fumble. Halfway, 20 more seconds. Keep getting those reps in. Toes forward. The leg you leave behind is nice and straight.
10 seconds.
2 more reps. 3,
3, 2,
2,
1.
1.
Last rep. And curl.
Yes.
Woo.
Bring it in. Air 5.
You have the shakes with your... Maybe we'll teach you guys that one.
Anyways, we love you. Thank you for tuning in and joining us for our second, being a foundational EmPower Pack member. We'd love to have you like, subscribe, share the love, share the video. We want everyone to have access to this content.
Yes.
Stay fit, stay happy, stay healthy.
That's how you know it's the end of the video when Talon starts to fumble. Bye, everybody.